Hey everybody, so today I have the 16-in-1 NewQ docking station. Now this one was sent over to me to review, and I have to say this is one of the nicest docking stations that I have reviewed. Alright, so I have been using this one for a few days. I've used it on both my Mac and my desktop PC. So this will work on Mac OS, Windows, I think Ubuntu, and Linux, and a couple of others. I want to say even maybe Chrome. I do not recall 100%. One thing that you will need to do, there is a little sticker on here that will let you know you need to go to the website, install the display link graphic drivers. So at the top of the device, there is a power button, makes it easier to turn it on and off if you wish. Here in the front gives you easy access to everything you need to plug in. So you got your mini SD, you got your regular SD, you got your PD out, so you can actually charge your phone or other devices. It's 18 watts max, both Type C and Type A. And then for like your hard drives and stuff, you got your 3.1s and you got a Type C. You also do have an audio jack for headphones. On the back, you got your auxiliary out, so you will be able to plug in your speakers. Now, I had my speakers plugged in where it will work on both computers as long as this is connected to it. You also got where you have your Ethernet, and you can connect both DisplayPort and two HDMIs. So you could do 3 different displays on here if you wish. And then you have a couple regular USB ports for your mouse, which is also labeled, and your keyboard, which I do use them both, makes it also easier. The cord to plug into your computer is actually pretty decently long. Now, just based where my computer is, it's almost perfect on the length. You also get a 150 watt power supply, 7.5 amperage. So you get plenty of power. If this is plugged into your MacBook, it will charge your MacBook at high speeds while you use it. Okay, so right now I have it hooked up to the MacBook, and I have 2 monitors hooked up. Technically, I probably could hook up another one. Now, what I have found personally with this one is that it prefers HDMI when it's with the Mac. And when I use it for my Windows PC, because I did find that it works perfectly fine with that one as well through the Thunderbolt port, it actually likes the HDMI and the display port. So I will use both of those when it comes to the Windows one. So what I do love about this is just how simple it makes everything right here for me, especially if I'm using my Windows computer. I love that I can connect everything to this. So like I have the keyboard and mouse. Now the regular keyboard, I don't use it on the MacBook, but I do use it on the Windows one. So I do have both of them hooked up. We also have the auxiliary, so we have our sound. I can connect that. I can use the same sound system with both of the computers. The only thing I have to do is take that Type-C plug and just swap the computer, and that's it. Then I have everything connected. But what I also love is just the ease of plugging things in and out. So like I barely even have to do anything, and that SD card will go in perfectly smooth. It will pop up and be ready pretty quickly, which is really nice. This one will also work just fine if you wanted to do the clamshell. So if you wanted to set up your MacBook where it's on a stand somewhere, you don't even have to have it open. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. What I'm gonna do is get this cord swapped over to the desktop, and then I'll show you it working with Windows as well. Now, just like the Mac, there is a version for the Windows. There's also a version for the, I think it's Ubuntu or Linux, one of those. I think there might be one for Chrome. I can't recall for 100%. I do not have any of those others. I only have the Mac and the Windows. This is the Display Link Manager. It is fairly basic. There's not a whole lot of settings. There's actually a little bit less settings compared to like the Mac. This one is going to open up your system stuff. So like right here, if you were to hit audio settings, it's going to open up your normal system audio, and you'll be able to go in and change those different settings. Now, one thing you'll notice is that it will pop up as a DL dock for your speakers. So you do have that option to use your docking station for your audio, which I'm doing because it makes it easier to swap between the computers. Now, it's the same thing with the video settings. You open that up, it's going to open up your system settings for your video, and you'll be able to change your display settings there. You can also do your identify, of course. It's going to show you which screen is which. And on this main screen here, it's going to show you what's connected. It's going to show you that it's connected through USB, which is our Type-C Thunderbolt. Then it's going to show you the monitors that are connected within it. It's going to show you that I have the 2 Scepters here, the 32 inches. And then if we go to the display layout, it's going to be the same thing with the audio and the video settings. It's going to open up the same exact thing. The only difference is that this will allow you to do a quick display layout. So if you wanted to move your monitors around, change the layout part on that, you could do it. But you're not going to be able to flip them around or anything like that either. So like I have one set up as portrait mode because these are pretty large monitors. I can't really fit them side by side. You will not be able to change that setting within this one. You're going to have to go to your system settings, so your video settings, and go in there and change it there. Now transfer speeds, we'll go ahead and test that now that we're on the Windows and we can actually see a transfer speed. I just have an SSD here that I'm going to use. And I love that it has connections for both Type A and Type C. All right, so it automatically opened up. Okay, so I have a file folder that is worth 11 gigabytes. Let's go ahead and throw that one over. Let's see what kind of speeds we get here. So with this one, the speeds are not super fast. I'm going to try a different cable here real quick. All right, so with a different cable, let's go ahead and try this again. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and do a transfer of video files. Let's see how that goes. All right, so personally with the Type C, it seems like it is running a little bit slower on the transfers. I'm going to try another drive with Type A. So using a different drive, I get the same speeds, so that appears to be the limit on this one. It doesn't seem to get the full speeds for me. I love that this will work for both my MacBook and my desktop with just a swap of the cord. I thought about looking for some kind of a hub or something where I can have everything and I don't have to do any kind of swapping. But overall, great docking station. I definitely recommend this one.